Imagine walking into a store, pulling out a 5-ton rock, and saying, "Keep the change." Before paper money and credit cards, humans bought things with the absolute weirdest stuff imaginable. We are talking about currency you could literally eat, wear, or get crushed to death by. So grab your wallet, because today we are uncovering the strangest things people actually used as money. Trust me, after this video, your empty bank account won't look so bad after all. First up, rice stones from Yap Island in Micronesia. These were massive, circular limestone wheels that could weigh as much as 2 cars. They were so heavy people didn't even move them when buying stuff. They just carved a new owner's name on it while the rock stayed right on the beach. Imagine buying a coffee and leaving your entire house as tip. Next, in medieval Finland, people used squirrel pelts as cash. Everything was priced in squirrel furs, and if you needed small change, you used actual squirrel snouts. Imagine opening your wallet at checkout and slapping down 3 frozen squirrel noses. Your local cashier would call security, but back then, you were basically a high roller. Over in Italy, giant wheels of Parmigiano Reggiano cheese have been accepted by banks as loan collateral since the Middle Ages. That's right, Italian banks store millions of dollars worth of aged cheese in climate-controlled vaults. If you default on your mortgage, the bank doesn't take your car, they just throw a pizza party. In ancient Mesoamerica, the Aztecs literally used cocoa beans as money to buy food, clothes, and slaves. Naturally, counterfeiters existed. People would hollow out real cocoa bean shells and stuff them with mud to scam merchants. Imagine biting your money to check if it's real and getting a mouth full of dirt. In ancient China, during the Zhou dynasty, currency was literally shaped like bronze knives. You had to walk into the market carrying a pouch full of sharp metal blades. Settling an argument over prices must have been terrifying when everyone was holding literal pocket knives as change. In Central Africa, Katanga crosses were X-shaped copper ingots used for centuries as a major symbol of wealth. Buying a single cow cost 15 copper crosses. If you wanted to buy a farm, you basically needed a wheelbarrow and a spinal surgeon to carry your savings account. For thousands of years, salt was so valuable that Roman soldiers were sometimes paid in it, which is where the word salary comes from. In parts of Ethiopia, salt blocks called amole were used as currency right up into the 20th century. If it rained outside, your entire retirement fund literally melted away into soup. In Fiji, sperm whale teeth, known as tabua, were used as the ultimate high-status currency for centuries. They were polished, attached to woven cords, and used for peace negotiations or marriage proposals. Forgetting your anniversary wasn't a problem, as long as you had a giant whale tooth in your back pocket. In West Africa, Kissi pennies were long, twisted iron rods with a T-shape at one end and a tail at the other. They had to be blessed by a witch doctor to be valid money. If a rod snapped in half, it was completely worthless until a medicine man performed a ritual to reunite its soul. Shell money, specifically cowrie shells, was used across Asia, Africa, and the Pacific for thousands of years as standard currency. They were lightweight, durable, and impossible to fake. That means back then, taking a stroll on a sandy beach was literally the equivalent of finding free $100 bills in the dirt. So the next time you complain about inflation or tap to pay glitched out, just remember it could be worse. You could be lugging a 5-ton rock or paying your rent in squirrel noses. Hit like and subscribe so you never miss another weird piece of history.